The main concept I got out of this book is what he calls the hedgehog theory, which is you want to find out the one or two things that your business can do over and over again in order to make you successful. The example he uses in this book is... So that was the first 5. Those are the mindset books. And now, once you've got your ideas, once you've got your mindset, we move into the second half of the best business books for entrepreneurs, starting with Purple Cow by Seth Godin. Now, when it comes time to start a business, Purple Cow was recommended to me by one of my business school professors at Florida Gulf Coast, and I really loved it when I read it. It was one of the first super tactical business books that I ever read, and it set the stage for a lot. Purple Cow talks about how when you are going to buy from a business, the business that is more likely to win you as a customer is the one that has a purple cow, meaning all the other cows are black and white cows, but a purple cow is interesting because it's different, but it's still a cow. And that is what Purple Cow talks about. It's interesting, but it's still a cow. Meaning, you go for a cow, you want a cow, but the one you're more likely to buy is the cow that is just a little bit different, a little bit more special than the others, and that's how you win in business. Hey, we're giving away the Email 10K course to one of our lucky subscribers for free. To win, all you have to do is subscribe to the YouTube channel. We have some crazy cold email and business content on here. Subscribe to the mailing list, which you can do by going to email10k.com/checklist and getting our free cold email optimization checklist. Like this video and share this video, and fill out the attached Google form. Your chances multiply every single time you share one of our videos, and the winner is going to be announced at the end of this month. So go complete those steps for a chance to win our $1,000 course, Email 10K. You can get that for free. Number 7 is another Seth Godin book that I read right after Purple Cow, which is called The Dip. I actually did an entire YouTube video years ago, maybe 5 years ago, reviewing The Dip, and I still think about it to this day. It talks about the concept that in any new project, there is this initial hype where you're working really hard, and then before the success at the end, there's this dip. And the dip is where you realize it's not as easy as you thought it was going to be. So what the Dip book talks about is, one, how to identify a dip, because if you know it's coming, it's a lot easier to push through. And then 2, when to actually quit projects. And the Dip talks about how if the project will allow you to become the best in the world, you should push through the dip and keep going. If the project isn't something you're passionate about, doesn't let you be the best in the world, and you're not going to make money with it, then understand that and move on. I think he calls them cul-de-sacs versus something else. I don't know, I got to reread The Dip. But those limiting projects need to be removed, and then the projects that you can eventually get to the end of the dip and succeed at are the ones you need to keep working on. Number 8 is Running Lean by Ash Maurya. And I put this on my list of top 3 business books if I had to start over from scratch in an apocalypse with no internet, because Ash Maurya in this book breaks down the concept of coming up with a business idea, how to do a one-page business plan, how to reach out to customers to validate the idea, and how to grow the business from there in a step-by-step format that kind of reminds me of those Lego step-by-step instructionals. It is extremely detailed and goes through exactly how to validate a business concept. If you're new to entrepreneurship and you really want that breakdown of what do I do every day as an entrepreneur, this book by Ash Maurya has that breakdown in it, and I found it extraordinarily valuable. Number 9 is Good to Great by Jim Collins. This is one of the greatest business books of all time. It's on almost everybody's top 10 list, and for good reason. So Jim Collins is a business school professor who did this wide sweeping research project where he looked at companies that went from just being good companies to amazing, high-performing, beating the market companies. And then he did research within those companies to figure out what the traits are that make those companies special. The main concept I got out of this book is what he calls the hedgehog theory, which is you want to find out the one or two things that your business can do over and over again in order to make you successful. The example he uses in this book is Walgreens. Walgreens figured out that if they have the best drugstores on the most trafficked corners, they'll win. And so they did that. And they beat out drugstore.com, who was their main internet competitor at the time. And they stayed in business, becoming one of the best companies and outperforming all of these other drugstores, including Eckerd, which I used to have an Eckerd near my house, shut down, beat by Walgreens. So Good to Great by Jim Collins is another good read. I also like it because of the selection process that he used for the companies. It's very inspirational to see how he was able to take the data and find just 11 companies that he wanted to go after, and how he structured the study itself to find those insights. If you're a digital agency owner without a contract template that can be quickly customized, we have some great news. We are giving away the actual template that we use to close business with our clients. Download the contract template at email10k.com/contract and save $1,000 in legal fees. Good to Great is a business book that sticks around because it actually put in the work to find insights that matter. And that is super important in a world where most business books are full of unusable fluff. Now finally, number 10, and this one was also on my list of 3 business books that I would use in the apocalypse. That is Onward by Howard Schultz. Howard Schultz was the CEO of Starbucks, and he was also the chairman of Starbucks. So he originally bought the company from another coffee shop owner, grew it to this massive company, and then took 10-ish years off to become just the chairman and oversee the brand. Now Onward is about when Howard Schultz came back to Starbucks and all of the things that were broken and what he and the team did to fix those things. It is a very important read for entrepreneurs because, at least for me, I tend to work really hard on something for a couple months at a time and then let it run to see if anything breaks down. And Onward is that on a global scale. Howard Schultz did that with Starbucks and then came back and rebuilt it into something even stronger. So again, here are the top 10 must-read business books for entrepreneurs. We got I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi, How to Talk to Anyone About Anything by LEIL, LOWNDES, 4-Hour Workweek from Tim Ferriss, Rich Dad, Poor Dad from Robert Kiyosaki, Millionaire Next Door from Thomas J. Stanley, Purple Cow from Seth Godin, The Dip by Seth Godin, Running Lean by Ash Maurya, Good to Great by Jim Collins, and Onward from Howard Schultz. If you want this list of business books, we have it. You can download it below. Subscribe to this channel for more content. We do business videos 3 times a week. If you want our course on how to grow and scale a business, how to find your first customers, and how to get customers that can afford you, check out email10k.com. If you want coaching, check out 220coaching.com. Are there any business books that you think should be on this list that we missed? Leave a comment down below. What book influenced your life as an entrepreneur the most? We'd love to know.